UFC 23 is live December 6th from T-Mobile Arena. Merab looks to make history for his 4th title defense in 1 calendar year. He's on a 14-fight win streak. This guy hasn't lost in 7 years. Co-main event, Pantoja, Joshua Van. Pantoja's on an 8-fight win streak. Guy looks unstoppable. He holds the flyweight record for most wins and finishes in UFC history. And Joshua Van's coming off one of the best fights you'll ever see in 2025 against Brandon Royval. All right, let's get into it. So, obviously you just saw Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. Earlier, Topuria posted, I'm dealing with some personal problems, so I'm not gonna fight the first quarter. So the winner of Gaethje versus Paddy will be the interim title, and then they will face Topuria. Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight title. That's a badass fight. You know, Kayla, it's her first title defense after beating Juliana Pena. She comes back to take on Kayla Harrison. No way in hell that fight isn't incredible. O'Malley and Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derrick Lewis. Waldo coming off a win a week ago. Took the fight on 2 days' notice. Comes in and wins by knockout, and coming off the eye poke knockout win. This guy's having a fucking great year. And you know, him and Derrick Lewis is gonna be fun as hell. Arnold Allen and Gene Silva. Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. And just added like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, however long ago, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo. Fight is also on the card. And I'm gonna announce this for you. So you guys are getting, that's gonna be a pay-per-view type fight on Paramount Plus. You just pay your subscription, and I say this all the time. If you haven't seen Mobland, and now my new show is Landman. Mobland and Landman, 2 of the best shows you'll see ever. Fucking incredible. 1 week later, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez on Paramount Plus. So that's January 31st, UFC 325 from Sydney, Australia. Volk versus Diego. There's a bunch of other fights on there. I'll tell you later. How's everybody? You guys good? You having a good Thanksgiving? You got any questions? You happy? You mad? You